Hey YouTube. I guess it's kind of like a rant video. There's been a lot of things going on right now. I was also going to review the Wolverine. Me and my husband watched it last night. It was okay. It wasn't like the greatest movie ever. I mean, I really liked the Wolverine. The X-Men movies, I really liked the first and second one for what it was, but the third one was really lame. So yeah, the Wolverine just was not that great. It's a Barbie house that he's playing with. Makes sound effects. So it was okay. I mean, the action scenes were pretty cool, and toilet flushing. But yeah, the story, I don't know, it's based off one of the comics in particular. I don't know which one, but raised in Japan and like all this stuff, and I don't know, I just thought it was kind of lame. Sorry. Also, there's been a big thing on Facebook media, whatever, about Photoshop and like how like genuinely beautiful women, models, people who do this for a living, everyone's being so Photoshopped that there's just no one looks like these people anymore. Like, it's such a high, whatchamadoo, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, the bar is so high that not even the models look like the women on the pages. And it's just kind of crazy how it's like a social norm. Some people are extremely outraged by this. I know they photoshopped Jennifer Lawrence in a magazine, and it was all like slight things, but if you put it all together, she looks a bit different, like she's got cheek implants, and they toned her up and made her arms skinnier, which I don't know why. She was perfectly thin before. They cinched her waist. They made her neck longer. They kind of angled her legs to make them seem more, I guess, slimming. And you see the before picture, and it's like, she's fine. Like, I don't understand why they had to Photoshop anything at all. Like, I didn't see any issues with it. I understand, like, maybe putting the photograph... Putting the photograph in, like, a different lighting. Because sometimes lighting really brings out somebody's eyes or something like that. I get that. But they, like, gave her highlights and lowlights and darkened her eyes. And I'm like, if you wanted her eyes darkened, why didn't you just put darker makeup on? Like, I don't understand why they had to go through all this process. It's one thing to, like, Photoshop something in the picture with somebody, or, I don't know. I just think, or Photoshop, like, a stain off a shirt or something. But I feel like they're just taking it a bit far. Some people are, like, it's to be expected. You shouldn't be so, whiny about it. Other people are extremely outraged and, like, I can't believe people Photoshop at all and all this stuff. I'm leaning a little more on the outraged. I think I'm somewhat impartial, but I think it is kind of upsetting, mainly for young girls and young boys. Boys are also affected by this because it makes women sex objects. I mean, we're not even people anymore. They just use our hand or our feet or our legs, slap on a bracelet, and then all of a sudden it's a sexy ad. And sometimes not even then. Like, they have a sexy pair of legs and they're selling cologne. Like, what the hell does your legs have to do with cologne? Like, you're gonna get a really hot chick with sexy legs if you wear this cologne. Like, what sense does that make? I don't know anyone who's gonna be like, wow, I'm totally gonna buy this cologne so I can get some sexy legs. Majority when people buy cologne, it's because it smells good. Or perfume or whatever, you know? Like, I don't understand what that's all about. And men are also being objectified in these ads. I mean, it's one thing to be, I'm a super attractive person, and I want to, like, put myself in these photographs, and I want to look fabulous. But it's like, why can't they just be fabulous? Like, why can't you just dress them in the outfits that you want to dress them in, and highlight their attributes? Why does everyone have to look the same? Like, I know the whole point of a model, at least in the beginning, was you want photocopy dolls of the same type of person, so that your clothes, basically you want a mannequin, so that you can hang your clothes on them any way you want, and whatever, it's supposed to look fabulous. But I think there are so many different body types out there. And I feel like, don't you want people of different ranges so that you can show how versatile your collection is? I mean, isn't that what everybody wants? Like, I want to see men and women with, I don't know, thicker bodies, maybe, tall and short, different figures, girls who have big butts, girls who have giant boobs, girls who don't have that big of boobs. Like, I'm cool with the differences. Like, whether she be thin or whether she be thicker, like, does it really matter? Like, I want to see differences. I think people are so obsessed with, I want to look so perfect in everything that I do, that when you try and go outside, like, no one's going to believe you're even on that picture because you look completely different. Like, no one looks like that. Not even the models anymore look like that because there's so much Photoshop going on. I just think it's really rough on our youngsters because they're growing up thinking that people look like this, and that the only way you're going to be accepted in life is if you look like that. And, men and women have so many, young men and women, young boys and girls have so much pressures, especially when they hit, like, middle school. That's when it really starts. And you feel like you have to look a certain way to be, appealing. Because, I mean, that's the whole, it's like a basic instinct. Animals, any living creature has this, where you have to attract a mate by being flashy. Like, that's a thing. It's real. Everyone does this. It makes sense. But it gets to a point where, let's be realistic about it. Let's not be so crazy about it and be like, I need to get plastic surgery to make myself look attractive. Like, why can't you just, if you're unhappy with your body weight, exercise. It's really not that hard. It's not like it's some big secret. If you're having trouble exercising, look up online for different ways to, a healthier way of living. No diets. Diets suck. Don't ever do diets, because they're not going to do you any good. Because it's going to be something you're going to try for about a month, you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to stop, and then you're going to eat your feelings away. It's more important you have to change your lifestyle. And that's the only way you're going to be able to lose weight, if it's really that important to you. In all honesty, I used to try and lose weight, and I used to feel really bad about myself, and I thought I wasn't very attractive, and even after I got married and things, I just felt horrible about myself all the time. And after having 2 kids and everything, I'm actually pretty good. I don't feel ugly. I don't think I'm like the skinniest person, but I don't really feel fat either. And I feel I'm comfortable, and I don't exercise, I don't starve myself, I don't diet, I eat whatever the hell I want, when I want it. I think the important thing is just not to eat for no good reason, which sometimes I do that too. Especially when my husband's home. God, he makes, like, steak and stuff. Like, we'll have eaten at, like, 4, and then he makes steaks at 6. And then we had ice cream last night afterwards. Like, he makes me a pig. Because he always is, like, cooking and making things. And he's like, I'm going to make some burritos. You want to eat? And I'm like, I could maybe eat some burritos. Even though I just ate a little bit ago. But, if it really bothers you that much, you can do something about it. But if you're like me and I just don't care enough. I mean, if he didn't like the way I looked, we wouldn't be together, you know? Like, what? I'm not gonna starve the crap out of myself so that I can, you know, look a certain way that I don't even really care to look like anymore. I just stopped trying. Stop trying so hard. Just be happy. Enjoy what you have. Like, I think I'm pretty. You know, I don't think I'm not trying to sound superficial, but, you know, I do think I'm pretty. But yeah, like, photoshopping is, like, a really big deal right now. People are, like, I mean, it's been widely known that people Photoshop, but I don't think people realize how much Photoshopping was being done in these photographs for ads and things, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, they elongate women's legs. So it's like, this woman doesn't even have that long legs. She's actually short. Or she's just not as tall as the ideal model. And I just find that really weird. It's like, why would you even ask her to be in this photograph if you're just going to Photoshop the crap out of her? You know? Like, why don't you get the body type that you so desperately need but cannot achieve because no one looks like that? Like, no one can achieve that. There are plenty of beautiful women that are, you know, a thicker size. Maybe they're short. Maybe they're really tall. You know, like, not everyone looks the same. Why would you want to? It just seems, life would be so boring if everyone looked and acted and was all the same. Like, what's, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's annoying. I was also going to talk about gender roles. Basically, okay, there was this thing on Facebook. You know how there's, like, a bunch of different pages you can like? Well, on one of the pages that I liked, they had posted this picture of those fitted sheets that you get on your mattress. A really nicely folded version, and then, like, a lumpy version, which I think majority of people are just like, I'll just wrap it in a ball and throw it in the hamper, or throw it in the closet, like, who cares, right? But the headline was, hey, ladies, every girl or every gal should know how to do this. And, I mean, obviously, I don't think they were trying to be sexist or anything, but I think they could have easily said, like, hey, guys and girls, or hey, everyone, if you want to know how to do a fitted sheet, you should do this, like, a really interesting way, and really nicely folded. And a lot of the comments were like, oh, man, I miss my mom, because she used to do stuff like that all the time, and she was really good and neat. And, I don't know, I just felt kind of upset. I wasn't trying to be, like, down with this page and only women, you know, women rights and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to be weird or anything like that. I was just, all I said was, why is folding sheets women's work? Like, doesn't a guy need to know how to do this too if it's that important? And who cares if it's folded anyway, because you're just going to lay on it and mess it up anyway. So, is it that big of a deal? And a girl had commented below as a reply, and she was like, they say ladies because this this page is geared towards women. Jeez. And I was like, wow, she's upset. I didn't reply because I didn't want to start something, but I was like, I don't think she understood what I was asking. I wasn't trying to be like, women's rights, no, we are not second-class citizens, no. I was just being like, doesn't everyone, like, shouldn't, if you want to say, hey, everyone should know how to do this, say everyone. Don't be like, ladies. I just kind of felt like, the same thing with, like, ironing and doing dishes. They always assume, like, the woman has to do it. Like, why? But anyway, so I was just like, whatever, I'll leave it. But then there was this guy who replied under her, and he's like, you know, you didn't actually, that still doesn't answer the question of why is this women's work, And then he put, geez, like really long, exasperated, and I was like, thank you! I was just glad I wasn't the only one who felt kind of, I don't know, like we were being, that women were kind of being bashed in it a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Pretty picture. So, I don't know, I wasn't trying to be mean or hurting anybody's feelings or anything, but I just kind of felt like it was a little sexist, a little bit. Just a little bit. I wasn't, like, totally offended, like, I'm totally, like, never gonna look at this page again. Because most of the time, this page is really funny. I'm not gonna say what page it was, because I don't want to change your opinion of it just because I had a thing with it. But I think it's really funny majority of the time. Ooh, pretty! Put yellow in it now. Yay! So, yeah, I just kind of felt like it was a little gender biased, but whatever. I don't know. I hate it when people feel like, housework is women's work, and just because it's been that way for so long doesn't mean that it was right. Like, the man doesn't have to be the hunter-gatherer. The women can do that. I know plenty of women who hunt and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand, like, I thought we were more evolved than that, like, I thought we could switch things up, like, why does it have to be a girl's doing a man's job? Why can't it be both men and women are doing everything? Like, why does it have to be one or the other? Like, that guy is totally wearing, like, a chick shirt. I'm like, what makes it a chick shirt? Mommy? Because it has a bow on it? Because it has a cat on it? Why can't a guy wear a cat shirt? Mommy? Like, why is that so horrible? Mommy? I know! It's amazing! It's the most amazing thing ever! He keeps showing me pictures. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen, Ivan! And, why does taking pride in your appearance and being well-kempt, why is that, you're not a real man if you don't have a beard? I like the burly man, don't get me wrong, but I don't understand, like, for someone who shaves or something, or likes hair gel, takes a little more pride in their appearance and stuff like that, why does that make them curly or gay or whatever? Like, I don't understand things like that. It just makes no sense to me. And I'm really adamant about teaching my kids that. Like, I'm always talking about, like, I always let the kids play with each other's toys. I don't think it's necessary to gender role them. Like, Ivan likes to play with they have, like, a little playhouse. Ivan likes to play with the kitchen stuff, too. I mean, it makes me feel like, why can't he be a chef, too? Like, why can't they both be chefs? He likes pushing the stroller around. He doesn't like the babies, but he likes the stroller. And I'm like, why can't he want to push a stroller around? Like, why is it such a big deal? Why can't Nora play with, tools? Why can't, Ivan want to dress up? Like, I don't know why people, if you put him in a play dress, he's going to turn gay. He's going to be gay, and that's just going to ruin your guys' life. First of all, I don't care if he ends up being gay, or my daughter end up being a lesbian. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. Why should that affect me? The only thing that would concern me is that they might have a little bit of a harder life because people are so judgmental about it. But for me personally, I don't care. What does that have to do with me? Like, as long as they're healthy and happy, what do I give a shit? And then, other than that, like, I don't understand, like, and how does, like, Ivan playing with Barbies, or my daughter playing soccer, or wearing a boyish, I guess they'd call it a boyish t-shirt, but it's like, it's got, like, the Avengers on it. How can that possibly change someone's sexual orientation? That seems ridiculous to me. Like, how does that make you a homosexual? And how does that also make you, like, someone who's transsexual. Like, how does just because they wear like a band t-shirt, that doesn't mean she wants to be a boy. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I love every which way. Like, I like wearing makeup. I like wearing goofy stuff. I love Star Wars. I love comic things and stuff. Like, why can't we all just like it all? Oh, it's pretty. He keeps coloring on these pictures and showing them to me. I'm hurting my back sitting in this position. Anyway, this was like a big, like, you know, gay rights and women's rights and men's rights. I feel like people are like, women are so suppressed, but men are actually very suppressed as well. They can't cry in public because it's considered taboo. Like, for God's sakes, the man has feelings. He's not allowed to have feelings, apparently. I hate stuff like that. Like, if a man cries, I cry. Whenever I watch movies where, like, a big, strong male figure, and he starts bawling, I fall apart. I'm like, that is so sad. Because, you know, it's expected with our history that men are supposed to be tough and stuff. And you know that if a big, strong man is crying, something must be terribly wrong.